Get ready with me for school while I'll tell you guys about my Valentine's Day disaster. Okay, so I wanted to give these situations some time to de-escalate. So I thought okay, so obviously this takes place on Valentine's Day, and this involves the same kid that got me suspended, or like that I was with when I still happened to get suspended because I let him into the school. Okay, so obviously my parents told me to stop talking to him. I wasn't gonna listen to them, so I'm like still talking to him at this point, and I still am as of right now. So I'll let you guys know if anything changes. Sorry, my dad does not like this dude because he got me in trouble. My dad's never met him, so that's another thing. Like, they've never met, so he doesn't have anything to go off of. And my dad doesn't really know that we've like hung out outside of like a time where like I got in trouble with him. Me things, and he's like, yeah, like I want to bring you Valentine's, like your summer Valentine's, like we still agreed on that, like let's do that. And I'm like, okay, like even though I know he got me in trouble and it's not a good idea, but I'm stupid and I don't know what to say. I have never had a Valentine, so like this like was like, I don't know, I was willing to do it because hello, your girl had literally never had someone do anything for me for Valentine's Day. So this guy's planning on coming to my house, and like he already had my address because like I was gonna go to prom with him. So he's talking about this like to me over Snap. Mind you, something big had literally just happened in my life too. This is Valentine's Day, and like this is like before I like, no, it was after I disappeared. Anyways, that's besides the point. Another big event had happened in my life that I would do a story time on another day, and I was just like not in the best like state of mind. Like the night before was like a really bad night, and I'm like, you know, I thought about it and I was like, you know, it would cheer me up, so like why not? So we're already like really like upset because of what happened the previous night, and they were just not in the best mood, so that's just something to like take into consideration. So he's texting me telling me he's on his way, and I was just like, okay. And I started getting like really nervous, and he was like, I'm 5 minutes out. To my parents, and to like, to my mom like 5 minutes before, because I was like, text me 5 minutes before and iMessage, because like that way I can like show her. And my mom had actually told me to end things with him the night before because it just like wasn't gonna work out because my dad's not gonna change his mind because of like the whole suspension thing. So it takes a little bit of convincing, but I finally like tell him he can come up to my door. And actually, I don't know if I did tell my mom, because my mom like came to the door. She's like, Winnie, like there's somebody here for you. And oh yeah, that's what happened. I went like, oh yeah, that's like the guy. And she was like, oh. She told me to go fix that. And I was like, okay. So I was talking to him outside, and it was probably like a minute. It was really awkward. Like I really didn't, it was so awkward actually. I didn't open the door fully, and I was just like, thanks. Like it was so awkward. And he hands me the prom form because basically you have to like have a form signed off if you don't go to that school. So I wanted to talk to my dad, and I told him that I had to go ask. And I went downstairs and I went and asked my dad, and I was like, Dad, like he wants to talk to you and like apologize. And my dad was like, you do not want me to talk to him right now. I will release all my anger out on him. Note taken. My dad talked to me after that, and he was like, this kid's a fucking stalker. He better never come to our house again uninvited. And my mom was like, I thought that was a sweet gesture. But basically, my dad told me to ghost him and tell him to never come back to this house. And my mother told me to politely end things with him. And I haven't done either, so have a great day.
Estamos de vuelta, chicas. Vamos a arreglarnos mientras nos ponemos al día de todo lo que ha ido pasando durante estas semanas. Porque sí, han sido como unas 2 semanas y media aprox sin casi publicar nada. Antes de que me digáis nada, chicas, ha sido por una buena causa. O al menos espero que lo sea. Resulta que vuelvo a cambiar de trabajo, chicas. Yes. ¿Me lo esperaba? No. ¿Me ha alegrado la vida? Pues también. ¿Para qué nos vamos a engañar si es que ha sido como un regalito caído del cielo? Solamente voy a decir 3 palabras. Marketing de moda. Oh, yes. La verdad es que yo no busqué la oportunidad, simplemente como que la oportunidad me encontró a mí y me acordé un montón de esa frase de Kendall Jenner de I don't chase, I attract. Yes, yes. Cuando trabajas y das como pequeños pasos en dirección a lo que quieres ir consiguiendo, las cosas te van llegando solas. Sinceramente tuve como un momento de wow. Entonces, claro, se me juntaron unas semanas un poco complicadas porque según me llegó la oferta, yo tenía que pasar una prueba. Y visto lo visto, la pasé. Pero me llevó lo suyo hacerla bien porque quería destacar. Entonces fue como, Andrea, saca tu parte más creativa para que tu propuesta, tu informe destaque. Empiezo en un par de días y la verdad es que estoy súper emocionada porque es como otro cambio en mi vida. Hemos empezado el 2025 bastante fuerte, chicas. Este va a ser el segundo cambio de trabajo en un par de meses. Ha sido como, wow, todo muy deprisa, pero siento que estoy consiguiendo las cosas que me he propuesto, ¿sabéis? No sé, es como una sensación en plan de, Andrea, vas por buen camino, vas por buen camino. Pero claro, eso no ha sido lo único. Y es que, para seros sincera, he tenido unas semanas bastante caóticas. Tengo una cosa entre manos que la verdad me tiene emocionadísima y yo tengo un problema muy grande. Y es que soy una persona súper impaciente. O sea, si por mí fuera, ya lo sabríais. Pero no puedo. Así que me vais a permitir que os mantenga con un poquito de hype. Pero os prometo que merecerá la pena. Entonces, claro, entre el cambio de trabajo y lo que eso supone, todas las gestiones, todo por lo que tienes que pasar, que la verdad no es nada agradable. If you know, you know. Dejar un trabajo siempre es complicado. Entre eso, las otras cosas en las que estoy trabajando y también unos cuantos días de desconexión y de relax, como de, Andrea, interioriza todo, organízate otra vez tu vida y tira para adelante. Pues claro, han sido unas semanas de sinceramente no grabar. He estado leyendo, he estado descansando, gestionando un montón de cosas y aquí estamos hoy, chicas. Sentada frente a la ventana y haciendo un Get Ready With Me. Y la verdad os lo quería contar porque muchas de vosotras me habéis escrito en plan, tal, Andrea, ¿estás bien? Llevas muchísimo tiempo sin publicar. Y yo, sí, tal, chicas. O sea, simplemente necesitaba también un tiempo como para procesar todo lo que estaba pasando, organizarme y descansar un poco, la verdad. Pero os lo agradezco muchísimo porque es que sois súper monas conmigo y estabais siempre súper pendientes si estaba todo bien, si me pasaba algo. Never have to be alone, I love you and that's all I really know. Ahora me estoy arreglando porque me voy a comer con una amiga de mi anterior trabajo que ya dejó de ser compañera de trabajo para convertirse en mi amiga. Así que como tengo un par de días libres, digo, tal, pues me acerco y comemos juntas y nos ponemos al día. No os voy a mentir, también os lo quería decir y aunque muchas amigas mías me han dicho, Andrea, tal, no le des importancia, tampoco puedo como evitarlo del todo, y es que desde que subí este vídeo de aquí no he parado de ver vídeos súper similares y ha sido como, bueno, supongo que por un lado algo bien estaría haciendo, ¿no? Porque eso significa que gusta mi contenido y que, pues eso, ¿no? Pero por otro lado también es un poco frustrante, en plan de, pensaba hacerlo como mi seña de identidad, este tipo de vídeos, este tipo de intros, ¿sabéis? Y ahora ha sido como, ¿qué seña de identidad si ya lo está haciendo muchísima gente? Pero bueno, como dicen mis amigas, intento como no darle demasiada importancia, pero en el fondo es como, joder, me curro algo y luego no paro de verlo por todo internet, pero bueno, no pasa nada, supongo que eso, algo estaré haciendo bien y ha gustado este tipo de intro, porque es que la verdad es que funciona, pero bueno, eso es, pero os lo quería decir porque ha sido como, también me ha desmotivado un poco, ¿no? En plan de algo que quería hacer como mío, de repente no paro de verlo, entonces eso siento como que deja de ser mío, no sé si me explico, ¿sabéis? Tengo muchas más ideas en el tintero, así que espero que os gusten porque es que quiero encontrar como mi seña de identidad y decir, con 2 segundos de vídeo, esta es Andrea, ¿sabéis? No sé, quizás es algo con lo que estoy obsesionada, pero siento que quiero que sea así. Y ya estamos más que listas. Ahora vamos a vestirnos, que también voy a grabar un vídeo. Y nada, chicas, estamos de vuelta. Que tengáis un muy buen día. ¡Chao!
I had to lay down for like 15 minutes because I'm like totally out of it. But now we have to get ready because it's 2:30. I have to leave at 4. So 2 hours to get ready. Okay, I'm gonna be naming things that I did weirdly as a child, and can y'all tell me if y'all did any of these things, because I don't want to be alone. Okay, so when I was a child, when I used to go to the bathroom, I used to hide behind things because I was really scared, and I would be like this. Trying to go to the bathroom. I don't want to watch anyone watching me. When I was little, I used to like reminisce. Still a couple months ago, I would like lay in my bed and be like, okay, Five Nights at Freddy's is gonna come into my room at any second, and I just stay still and go to sleep, or they're gonna get me and my family. And I used to go check on my family and stuff to make sure that they did not get them. They didn't Is that weird? Was that a weird child? I don't know. I think when I was also little, I had like this imaginary friend. Do y'all remember Benji and the ink machine? I used to like pretend that he was my best friend, like my imaginary friend, and I'll go to my mom and be like, "Mommy, look, this is Benji the ink machine, mommy, mommy!" And she'd be like, what is that?" And then I finally showed her a picture, and she was like, "No, that's demonic. Get out." I would ride motorcycles and like shoot guns with my uncles and stuff when I was little. So this one time, I accidentally shot the gun while he was picking up something. Just to say, that day wasn't a very wise decision, nor a good day. Also, when I was little, I thought if you would kiss someone that you would get. And so I kissed this little boy. His name was Carson, and I still remember him. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I came home to my mom, and I was like, "Mommy, I'm sorry." And she was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I kissed this guy named Carson." And then she made me have like a whole meeting with his mom and dad. And this is not like a weird like thing that I did as a child. It was actually kind of sweet. I had to do this presentation where like a whole bunch of like, we were in the library and a whole bunch of kids were there, and we had to dress up as someone. I dressed up as Helen Keller, the death girl. And I had like an airplane or like a spaceship and everything. And I remember this one time, this girl named Isis, she came over and tried to knock it down. And Carson stepped up and was like, not Isis. This little boy. And he was like, "You're not finna touch my girlfriend's stuff." Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. You better stand up for me. And also, when I was a little girl, well, I like kind of still to this day, like when I would hear the word saying God is around you, like he's near you 24/7, like he's beside you, I would always be like, "Hey God." Or like when they would say there's like angels all around you and watching you, I'd be like, "Hey guys, hey." Like I still do that to this day. So it's like not really something I used to do. It's not really weird either, but I still do that to this day. Not another weird thing, but like when my sister was like really, really like a baby, not like really like a baby, but like really little, I used to, when she was asleep, I used to like pick her up and just like hold her and like rock her. Maybe that's a little bit weird. Maybe that's sweet. It could go different ways. When I was little, I was obsessed with Monster High dolls, and my mom didn't like them because they're like monsters and whatever. She don't me into that as a little kid. But I remember this one time I was with my grandma, and we were in Ohio. I think I was like 9 years old, and she was like, "You want to go get a Monster High doll from Five and Below?" I was like, "Yes, I do. I do." Later, I came home with the whole Monster High outfit. Hair done, nails done, toes done, shoes on, outfit completed, makeup, hair completed. I was feeling like a superstar. And I told everyone, I am Monster High. Also, another little thing that I did when I was little, and I feel like maybe a lot of people do this, I used to pretend like I was a vampire. I would go up to little kids and I'd be like, "I want your blood." And then I would bite them. I don't know. Okay, this is not really when I was young, but kind of when I was young, not like a baby, but like maybe 12, 13. I remember I was at the mall, right, with my ex-best friend, and we saw these really cute guys, and so we were like, okay, like we're gonna go get their number, and we're gonna like, you know, chat it up with them. So we went to back Dick's Sporting Goods, and we're like, okay, they're gonna kiss us, like they're gonna kiss us. I got swerved. He said, boom! I was like, till this day, my mom still runs around the house hiding in the pitch black to scare us when we go to the kitchen. So what she would do is like, she would like, rah! Come out of nowhere, right? And then me and my sister would run to my room, and she would be like, "I'm gonna hide and I'm gonna get y'all." And she would be like, "Where are you? Where are you?" she'll be like that. And it used to scare the hippie. It still scares me to this day.
Shady ways people have acted once they found out that I have a little bit of a following. Okay, the first one is actually quite diabolical. A few months ago, one of my story times gotten viral, and I was talking about like a friend that like just did me wrong. And one of my friends reached out to me and really wanted to know who I was talking about, so I told her like, duh, I'm not gonna like keep tea in, the fuck. Mind you, I thought this was a friend I could trust, okay? So she texted me and she's like, oh, who's this story about? I told her, right? So after I told her who it was about, she basically resent me that same video that she already asked, who's this video about? And she literally texted me again and she was like, you'll never guess who this video is about. She was gonna chismosea to somebody else and tell somebody else who my video was about and mistakenly text me. Like, really, bitch? Like, if you're gonna chismosea and like talk about it with somebody else, at least add me into that fucking group chat. And now I'll never know who she was trying to send that to. Like, who are you trying to send that to? Needless to say, we're not friends anymore. Because, like, why are you spreading my tea around town? No, thank you. Okay, the next one, I got my hair done from this, like, kind of famous stylist, like, in my area. And she knew that I had, like, somewhat of a TikTok following. So when we were planning the appointment, we settled on a price, right? And please tell me why, as soon as I got there, she wanted to change the price. A little bit of a backstory. A few weeks before I went into her, like, salon, I basically posted a video, like, trying to encourage others to, like, do content creation. And I shared how much I made in, like, 2 months. Which honestly I regret doing. Like, you should never share how much you make online because a lot of people get jealous and like they spread that evil eye. But regardless, I sat in her chair, she did my hair, everything's cool, everything's chill. And then please tell me why she's like, oh, actually I would like to add like another $100 on top of the price. So and I was like, oh, like why is that? And then she just basically said, don't be cheap, like you make this amount of money in 2 months. Basically using what I said to promote other people to do content creation against me. Like, and then she was just like, why are you negotiating? Like, why are you trying to be cheap? When literally all I asked was, why are you like bumping it up another $100? But like every single time I would ask her like, why do you need to charge me an additional $100? She would not respond that. She would just be like, oh, because like, you know, like you make this amount of money in this amount of months. Okay, so you're charging me more because I make more money. Oh, okay. It would be reasonable if she said something like, oh, like it just took longer, it took more effort, it took more materials. But she was not saying any of that. She just kept on bringing up how much I used to make, which is actually very unprofessional. But whatever, I just paid her and now I know like I'm not going to her again. This is the finished makeup routine. I will be posting more on YouTube, so please go subscribe. The link is in the bio. As always, I love you guys so much. Bye!
Breaking news. The future is here, and it looks bright.
Have a good day to everyone except people who turn literally everything into a competition. Like, you tell them you're tired and they're like, you're tired, I'm the one who's really tired, I ain't sleeping 2 days and da-da-da-da. All you had to say was me too. I never understood that. Like, is you saying that's supposed to give me more energy? I'm still tired. Like, what's the flex here that you're more tired than me? Please go somewhere. Next, have a good day to everyone except people who don't delete photos whenever their friends ask them to. Why do y'all always treat people asking you to take down a photo like it's the most offensive thing in the world? Like, it's actually very simple. If they don't like how they look in the photo and they want you to take it down, then take it down. And if you like how you look in the photo and you want to keep the photo up, you can do a cute little crop and call it a day. Next, have a good day to everyone except people who drown their Chipotle bowls in sauces. This is not hate, but I'm a little bit scared and a lot of bit worried. I'm talking about those bowls that are mostly liquid. Like, you got sour cream, vinaigrette, queso. Like, damn, is there food in there? They got drinks on the menu, you know that, right? And I just know that with some bites, you're just taking a spoonful of straight sour cream. Next, have a good day to everyone except people who have issues with other people's tattoos and piercings. Saying things like, you're gonna regret that piercing or you're gonna regret that tattoo. Damn, it's on your body? Like, there's no way it's affecting you that badly. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces.